LEGO have finally officially revealed the long-awaited remake of the Black Pearl, so I figured, what better time than now to take a dive into this beloved theme. Will here from the Brick Bracket, and welcome to my ranking of every single LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean set, of which there isn't as many as you might think. Including this year's release, there's a total of 16 sets, but that's only if you include 4 polybags and a minifigure pack. I will briefly be including these in my ranking, although it's not the fairest of comparisons. If you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe. I really appreciate your guys' support on my last ranking video. It means a lot to me, and really helps out the channel. As always, thanks for watching, and let's get into things. Kicking off the list, in 16th to 13th place, I'm putting the 4 polybags, which released in 2011. You can see my ranking of them on screen, but for me there was a clear last place, being the Mini Black Pearl, which was a Target exclusive. The rest of them all feature Captain Jack Sparrow minifigures. By far the most interesting of these is him as the voodoo doll, which Angelica carries in On Stranger Tides. The only way you could get this is if you pre-ordered the legendary LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. The figure itself is quite creepy, and not one that I think they'd make today, following their cancellation of the Temple of Doom set. In 12th place, I'm putting this minifigure pack, which comes with 3 named characters, being Jack Sparrow, Scrum, and Lieutenant Theodore Grove. There's also 2 zombie pirates, but none of these figures are exclusive, as they can all be found in On Stranger Tides sets later on in this list. Speaking of which, in 11th place I'm putting set 4191, the Captain's Cabin. Despite being a small package, it's got a lot of charm to it, including a bunch of great printed elements like the Black Pearl in the bottle, a globe, and Jack Sparrow's compass. Making it into the top 10 is the a lot less charming 4192 Fountain of Youth, although I suppose the magic of the fountain is kind of like a charm. If it weren't for the minifigures, this would be bottom of the barrel. Personally, I think the builds look really ugly, and the fountain itself looks nothing like it does in the film. But there's no denying this set does include some great figs. While both Sparrow and Blackbeard can be found in other sets, this version of Barbossa remains exclusive. In 9th place is set 4181, Isla De Muerta. Somehow, up until this year, this was the only set to include Elizabeth Swann, which is insane considering her prominence in the movies. Representing the end scene from The Curse of the Black Pearl, it captures the final duel between Jack and Barbossa very well for a small set. There's a fun play feature where you can rotate some rocks and turn Barbossa into his cursed skeleton version. I also like the inclusion of Sparrow's alternate undead face print to be revealed in the moonlight. Plus, all 4 of these figures are actually exclusive. Next on the list, in the 8th spot, is set 4182, the Cannibal Escape. First voodoo dolls, now cannibals? The LEGO of today would never. Recreating the iconic scene from Dead Man's Chest, the set is a lot of fun. It definitely lives up to its name, and is pretty brutal, including a cage made of bones, actual cannibals, and a spit to roast the minifigures on. Here we find Jack Sparrow with yet another exclusive face print, with his many eyes. I was tempted to place this set higher up in my ranking, but this theme has so many bangers that it ended up here. 7th place is another one of Captain Jack Sparrow's famous getaways, being 4193, the London Escape. It comes with 2 horse and carts to recreate the chase. Also included is a small building facade for Jack Sparrow to escape from, but this feels quite shallow and doesn't have much of an interior. It's a shame that they missed the rope for him to ascend on and then the chandelier for him to swing across. And the huge banquet table from the scene has been shrunk down to the size of a 2x4 tile. It comes with a well-rounded selection of minifigures, with Sparrow and Gibbs, who are repeats. However, the coach driver and one of King George's soldiers are exclusive. In 6th place is set 4183, The Mill. Again, what I love about a lot of the sets in this theme, and the films in general, is that they're just so much fun. You can reenact Will Turner and Admiral Norrington duking it out on top of the water wheel, which detaches from the main structure, with Sparrow running like a hamster beneath. I really like the design of the bell tower, and the exclusive figs for this set are Norrington and the barnacle-covered Hadrus. Breaking into the top 5 is 4194 Whitecap Bay. Now I'm trying to be as objective as possible, because this set represents a scene that I've never really been a fan of. Definitely not because 6-year-old me was scared of the mermaids. However, I've placed this set higher than the Mill, because I think as an overall package, it has more to offer. The lighthouse looks like it's straight out of the LEGO Castles theme, and it's packed with play features, like a working light brick, and doors that open to reveal a cannon that you can fire nets from. It comes with 6 minifigures, the highlights being the 2 mermaids and Philip Swift. Now in my opinion, these last 4 sets are in their own league when compared with the others, but I just wanted to say, if you don't want the black spot, remember to like and subscribe. In 4th place is set 71042, Silent Mary. Releasing in 2017, this is the only set to come from Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or as it was called in the UK, Salazar's Revenge. While it's far from my favourite film in the franchise, I can't say the same thing about this set. From the asymmetry of the fallen sail, which uses excellent torn fabric pieces, to the damaged hull, the build uses modern design techniques to perfectly recreate the floating ghost ship, making for a really unique display piece. Clocking in at 2,294 pieces, it's a big set, and rightfully so, comes with some pretty great minifigures. All 8 of them are in fact exclusive. I love how Salazar and one of his ghost pirates use clear headpieces, and a trans leg is something that you don't see very often. It also comes with 2 really cool undead sharks. I guess being the only set from the film, it had to get the special treatment. In all honesty, the Silent Mary could have been bumped up to 3rd place, but I guess nostalgia got the better of me. Making it into the top 3 is set 4195, Queen Anne's Revenge. By now, you might have noticed that 6 out of the 16 total sets are from On Stranger Tides. Meanwhile, there are no sets that are specifically from At World's End, which I couldn't believe. I'd love to see some kind of LEGO recreation of the Maelstrom Duel, with that giant whirlpool. Rant aside, the Queen Anne's Revenge, Blackbeard's infamous ship, is a fantastic set. It's packed with details and uses a load of skeleton pieces throughout the build. I particularly like the design of the captain's quarters, with its awnings and lantern on the back. On the bow of the ship is a really cool skeleton with a flaming torso piece. As for the actual minifigures, it comes with a total of 7, of which 3 are exclusive, being Cook, a quartermaster zombie, and most importantly, Angelica. My only complaint about the set is that the colour scheme's a lot brighter than what we see in the film, but I don't hate the choice, because it makes it stand out in your LEGO display. In close second is the 2011 version of the fastest ship in the Caribbean, 4184, the Black Pearl. The all-black design gives it such a clean aesthetic, and while the amount of detail is dated a little, it still comes across as sleek and gives a really cool, ghostly silhouette. If you're after a sealed copy of this set today, be prepared to pay around $800 or £600. One of the reasons that it's so highly sought after is its minifigures. It comes with 4 exclusives, which are this version of Jack Sparrow, poor old bootstrap Bill, Macus, and contender for the best minifigure of all time, Davy Jones. Which reminds me, I think it's insane that we've never had a Flying Dutchman. Before we get into first place, I'd love to hear some sets that you wish LEGO would make. We can all agree that we need a Dutchman, maybe one that includes Calypso's Whirlpool. I know fans also want a Tortuga, and the next set on this list gives me hope that these could become a reality. So without further ado, in first place, you all saw it coming, it's the 2025 remake of the Black Pearl, or as LEGO named the set, 10365, Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. This set marks the glorious return of the theme, with by far what is the most detailed build of the lot, albeit the most expensive at retail, coming in at $380 or £300. With 2,862 pieces, it's a behemoth of a set. On its stand it's 26 inches tall, 26 inches wide and 10 inches deep. The design of this thing blows the other ships out of the water, and I'm sure quite literally could, especially with its awesome play feature of being able to turn a gear on the back of the ship to reveal the cannons. It looks good from every angle and can be displayed either on its stand or as if half of it's submerged. I love the torn sails and the rigging, but unfortunately there's not much of an interior. Taking a look at the minifigures, it's a shame that half of them don't have leg printing. However, I think the overall updates made to the characters look incredible. The standouts are definitely Elizabeth Barbosa and the Captain, and a more accurate skin tone's not something that I expected, but a welcome change. There's also some new faces, like Anna Maria and Marty. Although I'm more nostalgic for the sets that came before, I think that this is objectively the best designed, and like they did with LEGO Lord of the Rings, I hope that this is just the beginning of this theme's revival. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my ranking in the comments below, and which sets do you think deserve this same treatment? Thanks for watching, and for more LEGO news, reviews and rankings, join me at the Brick Bracket.